Ever do one of those things and realize I completely missed the mark? And the reason I completely missed the mark is I focused on support this morning, and it was only a 3-minute video, and I thought, was it really useful? So here we are for round 2 on this definition day. What's the difference between support and success? And let's talk first about the definition of support. What is support? Support is reactive. Something happens and then you go provide support to help somebody work through that thing that just happened. I have a problem getting my machine to work, my laptop to work. Who do I go to? I go to customer support. I break an arm. Where do I go? I go to the doctor to get some support built in so that the bone structure can heal properly. I build a cast. If I have something in the house that is kind of starting to fall or starting to fail or starting to get a little bit uneven or isn't stable, I create a support structure. Support is a reaction to something that is known. Support's a reaction to something that is known. Support is really powerful. And unfortunately, I think there are a lot of companies who have rebranded their customer support team as a customer success team. And similar to what you've heard in The Princess Bride, when the dude uses the word inconceivable, I think you're using that word and you don't know what it means. So let's talk a little bit about success. Success is a view toward the future from my perspective. How do we help people be successful? How do we design for success? Given what I know about what the future looks like inside your business from a revenue generation perspective or a leadership culture perspective, how do I put the things in place to help you be successful? How do I design for success? How do I lay out the stepping stones to help you be successful? Success is proactive. Think about getting ready to cross a river stream and knowing which stones to step on in order to get across that river without falling into the water. Same thing happens with implementation success, which is the cool thing that I got to do early in my career in ed tech and enablement tech. When I was at SmartForce, I was a learning consultant. We were there for implementation success on the business side. So how do we design for success? We anticipate what will happen in the future and create conversions to help support each of those iterations through the process. At its simplest form, the way I like to distinguish between these two teams and two functions and two jobs to be done, one is reactive support, the other is proactive success. We all want to be successful. Whether it's in business, how we make money, it's with our family, how the people that are close to us, or with self. So we need some support structures in place to help provide the process and the steps to help us move forward on that success journey. If we fail, it's good to fall back on support and figure out what was it that we did wrong? How do we fix the thing that's broken? How do we get better at doing the thing that we just failed at? So let's not call our success team a support team. And more importantly, let's not call our support team that's reactive a success team, because it's not helping your customers. It's creating confusion out in the marketplace. So how do you build a team that's focused on success? Well, figure out where the customer is today, they're A, where they want to go, Z, design backwards each of those individual steps. There can be, how many letters are there in the alphabet? I think 26, is that right? God, that is gonna look horrible if I missed on that. But so we work backward for each of the individual letters, 32. Man, I am confused this morning. So we design backward for each of those steps, but then we create the structure to help them move from A to B and B to C and C to D to reduce any risk of trying to jump too far, breaking something, and then needing that support structure in the end. I hope that helps to distinguish the difference between success and support. I'd love to hear how you think about it inside your organization and what structures you're putting in place to both support your team, react when something goes wrong, and help them be successful. What does that onboarding process look like? What does the everboarding process look like? How are you designing for experience for your internal customers inside your business? The cool thing about working with customers, whether they're internal or external, is you can design for success. If you leverage your experience and your expertise and can start to see what a future might look like and help people move through each of those individual stepping stones. So to clarify, support is reactive. It's something that is absolutely necessary. People are going to break things. People are going to need help. Something's going to go wrong. You need to have a structure where people can go through, where people have been there, done that before, and they can help people navigate whatever the challenge is. Because sometimes that break that happens is not due to the thing that we think happened or due to what we remember. It's due to something else. And that's where a support team who asks questions can really be helpful for your customers. On the flip side, the success people inside your organization, which is a really powerful role, can create opportunities for growth, opportunities that improve retention inside your business by creating those opportunities for your customers to grow and that expansion to occur. We didn't really, well, one more thing on success. Success is that future focused thing. We can design for success and then we can test based on how we're making progress to determine whether or not the structure that we've put in place to support success is actually working. Sometimes the structure we put in place doesn't actually work. It creates more confusion, it creates more noise, it creates more unnecessary friction. So let's look at the teams as two separate teams: support reactive, success proactive. If your success team is acting reactive, they might be a support team and you are just calling them something different. One of the typical challenges that comes up when you start talking about support success, especially in go-to-market teams, is this whole idea of, should my success team carry a quota? If you're interested in that, I'm going to go into that just briefly. If you're not interested in that, thanks for watching. Share this with somebody who you think would find it valuable. Now let's move into the success piece from a quota or revenue generating piece. If you are working in an environment where the sales process is not very complex and the engagement with your customer is not very complex, I would recommend that your success team is actually a quota carrying person, because it doesn't make sense to have your customer go talk to the success person about their success and then go talk to a salesperson about how they're going to renew. It creates more confusion. It creates some challenges inside the organization. If there's a high level of complexity, meaning you're dealing with a number of different people inside your organization, then sure, specialize those roles. But if there's not, why not have your customer, give your customer the opportunity to work with a single person throughout that process? And I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. If you make it so focused on renewal, that is going to feel very reactive, and it's going to feel very driven by you and your specific needs inside the organization. If you actually shift and start focusing more on growth, how do we help? How do we accelerate speed to impact? How do we improve implementation inside our organization? Then what you're actually going to find is you're starting to push and pull in the right areas at the right time to help that customer grow at a pace that makes sense for them. This is where that design for success is really important. And then you can go through things like quarterly reviews or business planning reviews or whatever the cadence is. But in there, you're talking not only about what's changing inside their business, what they're looking to do as they go forward, what's changed in your business in the context of what's changed inside the customer's business, and how you help them prepare to be successful on that next stage of their journey. So support, success are different. It's okay to have your success team have a quota, have a revenue target that they have inside the organization. There are right ways and wrong ways to do it. And if you are looking for help there, I am happy to share some direct experience around mistakes I've made in that area and things that I absolutely do when thinking about it in that context going forward. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope your week is off to a great start. If you are looking to simplify your approach to achieving results, move things forward, take a look at the note card that we shared over the weekend. It's a little simple note card around what is the thing I'm going to move forward this week, and then what are the 3 steps that I'm going to take this week, these tasks I'm going to take to help move those things forward. If that sounds interesting, check out the previous LinkedIn post or drop a comment in the notes. Thank you and have an awesome